Hi guys. Today is Sunday, September 20, 2015. And I wanted to show you what hard work looks like. So, um, this is me. I'm a size small, and I'm not trying to, it's not that I'm trying to do this exposure thing where I do dietary stuff all over again, but this is just a passion, and I'm doing everything I can to be healthy and be active and be strong. And so I'm doing everything that I know how to do that, and that includes recording myself, taking pictures of myself, shopping for myself, dressing myself, and doing all the fun stuff that I know how to do, cooking, and sharing the good news. So I've been buying a lot of sportswear. I've been trying to get into my small scrubs, which these are my size small scrubs. I had been wearing mediums for a while, so I'm so happy that I got back into them. And mind you, that I'm still retaining weight from that time of the month, so I'm doing really good. Um, but I bought a whole collection of sports shoes. I got gym membership. I'm getting my protein supplements. I'm getting all my other supplements. So I'm taking a million stuff. I'm practicing a million. When I do this, I do like a million things, and I don't like to share them because a fanatic doesn't even describe me. Obsessed doesn't even describe me. I know, because even when I share a little bit, people are like, "Oh my gosh, look, she's anorexic. She's this. She's that." Which my family and I laugh about it because it's like you're big and someone complains, you're small and someone complains, but I don't give a care. I didn't give a care when I was big. I don't give a care when I'm small. I'm just gonna do it. But I'm very excited, and every now and then I'll share something that might help somebody because there are people who are interested, and knowledge is the key, and knowledge is power. So some of the things I shared about is fat freezing. Usually salons do it and doctors do it at salons and stuff like that. When you go get all the other beauty treatments, they put you in a machine where they freeze your fat, and usually you'll get like one or two treatments, maybe over the course of like 3 months. You just go like one or two times, you guys. Just one or two times will be effective. And it takes about 3 months for the fat to fall off, but it falls off. Your body reabsorbs it because the fat dies. So slowly the body gets rid of it. And I've seen results as good as liposuction. People will change entire sizes from fat freezing and sculpting. And so, and so that's for all the people who are anti-invasive procedures, anti-liposuction. Me and my sisters always laugh that stuff off because we're so pro-surgery. If we're like billionaires, you would see us with like 20 million surgeries. We'd be doing exactly what the Kardashians are doing, but it's just that we're not vain. We just want to look decent because when God originally created man, man was perfect, and we've taken a lot of hits since then. Our genes, our genome have taken a lot of hits, and we're just trying to fix it so we could look decent and live a little bit longer and looking decent. And so, the other thing I talked about is wrapping. I've seen people lose weight with wrapping. A lot of times, it's not so much that you're losing weight, it's that you're changing size because you're melting fat off of your body and it comes out. You can see it when it comes out, but basically with wrapping, people use lotions that cause them to sweat or that tingle. So people are using a lot of things. I've heard of a lot of things. When I'm online, it's like there's a million companies that sell all these different lotions. Some people even use Vicks because Vicks works for a million things, like I shared before. Um, I don't use Vicks for that, but I use what is it called? Blue Stop Max, because I wear Blue Stop Max every day like a lotion anyway because I have bodily aches. I've always had bodily aches, kind of similar to like a person having arthritis. I don't have it as bad anymore, but I just do it kind of like as a preventative thing because it really does take away the pain and fast, and it just makes you stop itching. Part of why I have aches is because of my eating cycle, my sleep and wake cycle. It really makes me have aches. Because when I was working day shift, I felt so much better. But when you work nights, you have so many sacrifices. But Blue Stop Max, when you put it on, you can feel it just working magic. Now, if you wrap the site where you put it, it's like then, like I go to work at the end of a 12-hour shift. When I take it off, all you see is like melted fat and sweat. So that's awesome. Yay! I am all for burning calories, taking off extra layers of fat that I don't need. I'm already well insulated. I've been well insulated most of my life, and so I'm not trying to have that. Okay, so the other thing that I do, and I used to do this and I didn't know that it was an aid to weight loss, but it turns out to be an aid to weight loss. It's called intermittent fasting. As I said before, food sedates me. So, when I used to be a CNA, you really have to have a lot of energy, and when you eat, it's like you can't afford that because it taxes your system. You feel drowsy. You just feel like you can't get through the rest of the shift. So what I used to do is I used to fast on the days when I was working, and it actually gave me more energy to eat at the end of the day, but not eat the whole day. And at the end of the day, I ate whatever I wanted because the day was well done with. So I found out that actually bodybuilders and all these sport fanatics do this, and it's called intermittent fasting. There's like 5 different ways to do intermittent fasting. I'm not going to go through it, but you can research it and Google it online, because I'm just sharing like little bits of things, but these are so that you can go and research. I'm not doing it so you could ask me questions, because first of all, I'm not a professional and I'm not endorsing it. I'm just giving you some information that you could go on Google and see if you like it, you don't like it, whatever you do is between you and your healthcare practitioner, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse practitioner, I'm just a nurse. And I'm not sharing these as nursing experiments, but I'm just being open. Some of these things I do, but I'm well researched. I know what I'm doing. I've tried things and I understand what doctors' advice would be about these things. I have doctors, I see doctors, so I take responsibility for me. You got to take responsibility for you. I'm just sharing this as a person who's sharing pieces of information that you can use to see if it might help you, but you still have to be responsible. Present it to your healthcare practitioner. They might not know what you're talking about, and that's okay. They don't know everything, guys. They're not gods. But if you have health conditions and diagnoses, it's very important that you don't do random stuff and random experiments. You have to take into consideration how it might affect you. So those are some of the things that I do, but intermittent fasting it shreds fat off of your body. When you do intermittent fasting, you have an open window of time. Like you'll go 16, some people go 20, some people go 36 hours without eating. But once they start eating, they'll have a window of hours, like let's say in a 24-hour period. You go 16 hours without eating, you have 8 hours, a window of 8 hours to eat. During that 8 hours, you can eat the way you normally eat. If you eat cray-cray, you can eat cray-cray. You can eat whatever you regularly eat, but you will still burn fat. And they did these experiments in mouse, and they found that these mouse were shredding weight. It gives you more energy. It reduces the risk of cancer. There's a lot of information that you could get on it. And so the other thing I do, you will not lose weight without this. This is like the ultimate. 90% of your weight loss is actually your nutrition. So what I do, I'm almost done. What I do is more protein, less carbs. I either do that or go on a completely raw foods diet. Right now, I'm doing high protein, low carb, just because sometimes I eat the wrong food on the raw foods diet. My body's kind of picky, and I get very bloated, and then I stall, and then I don't feel so well. And then sometimes you detox way too strong. So on this diet takes off the midsection, and it really attacks fat. So you could see in a short time, maybe in a period of a month, I've taken off maybe about 20 pounds in a period of a month. This is typical results. I did it for an entire year, and I took off that much in an entire year. I'm doing it that way, and every time I stop dieting, I stop losing, because that's where my body is. And so, but absolutely, you will not lose weight without increasing your fluids. And so I drink about 7 to 8 liters a day. To not flush out my electrolyte, I mix it with multivitamins. I use Eco Powder because when I take vitamins, they make my stomach sore. So I use Eco Powders and I use Zip Fizz. And the other thing, the other superfood, a super supplement, is called bee pollen. Bee pollen has a million benefits. So does apple cider vinegar. And then I take Garcinia kombucha because it burns fat. It makes you lose weight a lot faster. I take water pills because my body likes to retain water. If I eat a piece of something, it likes to retain water with it. So my doctor actually suggested for me to take water pills, and I do that. So these are some of the things that I do. The protein that I use is Isopure. I do it. They have both the liquid protein shakes, then they have the powdery ones, and so those have no carbs. So I keep my carbs under 20. I try to aim for 10. If I could do even less, it's even better. So then I've been exercising. I don't do cardio. I'm not a cardio person and never will be. I do strength training. I like gymnastics, so I do gymnastic exercise, and I do resistance training, and I do muscle confusion, which is what the Tony Horton from the P90X does when he did the 10-minute trainer. So these are some things that I'm throwing out there. I do whatever helps me. If I hear something helps me, I research it and then I try it. If it works, then I keep it. But I do a million things. These are just some of them, but this is just to let you know, like, it takes hard work, it takes dedication, and don't be discouraged. Don't quit. I quit for over 2 decades, but eventually, God worked it out. He offered me all these different solutions, and I took them all. And like I said before, there's nothing that I'm opposed to for weight loss, as long as it doesn't really harm your health. Anything that's out there, grab it and run, because you need to save your life. And so, God bless you. I love you, and thank you for supporting me. This is just for my friends and family and some people who are just always supportive of me. I really appreciate your support, because you don't have to give me the time of day. I know everybody's busy. You guys are mothers, your wives, you're this, that, and the other. So am I. I never have time to check out anyone's Facebook or Instagram. Rarely I do, but I'm so grateful for all the positive support and encouragement, and for everyone just telling me I did good. I really don't have problems with haters. Friends that I lost because of weight loss, I lost them a long time ago, and I really never cared about that. I've always felt like if you want to be my friend, you can. If you don't, you don't. There's a million people who we could all be friends with, and I'm not any special, and I don't really care. There's no one that has too much to offer that you have to have them. And so my family is what matters most, and I'm sure that you feel the same. So you guys have a great day. Thank you for being in my life, and thank you for taking the time to listen to me, and thank you for taking the time to care about your health and get some tips. So have a great day. Bye bye.